What is up guys, and welcome back to another Wrath of the Lich King Classic video. So first of all, I'm in the middle of my 48-hour stream right now, so if I sound any worse than usual, or if I'm harder to understand than usual, I probably lost some cognitive function and some brain cells, but we're doing this. We found a great gold farm. Well, found, Myrvoll was doing it on stream, he let me know about it, and this is a farm from my gold guide. So if you haven't checked out my gold guide yet, it contains several farms, just like this one, and it's a link to the gold guide down below in the video description. It contains a lot of different gold farms for Wrath Classic, as well as investments, professions, which classes to go for, and a bunch of good stuff for gold making in general. So if you want to know more about gold farming and gold making, check out that gold guide through the link down below and use the code Solheim to get it for 50% off. So let's talk a little bit about the farm and why it's so good. I'm going to try to go through this fast now because someone is entering the farm itself. So I just want to show you guys how many mobs there are in the farm when you enter. So he just killed one, he's killing number 2 right here. You can see there's a bunch of these guys inside the cave right here. And while it's not like, there's not hundreds of mobs, there's about 9 mobs in the cave, but there's a hyperspawn mechanic. This is one of the only farms that I've found that has this type of hyperspawn, where when you activate the hyperspawn, they will spawn instantly. I will show you a clip of what I did on the stream and how the hyperspawn works later in the video. So don't worry, I'll show you exactly how it works, but there's a force spawn mechanic in place, so the second you kill the mob, a new one will spawn the same second. So the good thing about farms like this though, first of all, is that competition makes the farm better, or at least not worse, because once again, hyperspawn mechanic and a force spawn mechanic, the second something dies, something respawns, so you can be 5 people inside the cave and there will always be 1 mob available for all of you. Now, solo, I was able to activate the force spawn mechanic on 3 to 4 mobs at a time, so for me there would always be 3 or 4 mobs available at any given time. So where are we farming? I'll give you a map right now for the location. So we're farming right here in Dragonblight. That means you can do this while leveling, by the way. This is a leveling gold farm. So the mobs right here, they are level 72 and 73. So if you go here at level 72, you will be fine. You can farm at level 70 as well if you have Sunwell gear or decent gear in general, and level 71 as well. So no matter your level, you can level here and farm gold at the same time. I would not go here though if you want to level fast. It is not the best way to level, but it's a very good way to make gold while leveling, and it's a very good gold farm overall. Once again, it is one of very few gold farms with this hyperspawn mechanic active, and the item we're farming for is Eternal Shadow. Eternal Shadow is worth a lot right now, and it's probably the most valuable Eternal as of right now. Like, Eternal Fires have crashed, Eternal Lives have crashed, Eternal Water has crashed, all the Eternals are crashing, except this one. This one is not crashing, it's very valuable, used in many different high-end crafts, and it's very, very useful for end game as well. So if there's one Eternal that might not crash just yet, it's this one. And we have a hyper spawning gold farm for this one. So yeah, that is what we're farming for. This is where we are farming. Now let's take away the map. So for the farm itself, there's a couple of things you might want to be aware of. First of all, the mobs have a strangulate function, so if you're playing a range, like for example a mage, this could be very, very annoying for you. Even for me as a boomkin, sometimes when I'm channeling my hurricane, they will strangulate me while I'm channeling the hurricane, which is very, very annoying. For me though, as a boomkin, it's pretty easy. All I do is starfall, then I typhoon them away. It seems like they have to be within a very close range to you to use their strangulate, so it shouldn't really be a problem for any class out there. And this gold farm, once again, because we are farming for crystallized shadow and there's no professions used in the farm, that means that this farm is good for anyone. No matter your class, you don't need to have any professions, very low barrier to entry, and because of the hyper spawning mechanic, the competition doesn't really matter at all either. It is the best of all worlds if you ask me. And pretty much anyone can do it. It is much better for melee though, because once again, not the Hyperspawn mechanic, but the Strangulate mechanic. So if you're playing a Death Knight, Warrior, or a Paladin, this is definitely the gold farm for you right now. Warriors can farm here at so high efficiency, and one of the problems for me specifically as a Boomkin is that when I'm farming 3 or 4 mobs at a time, that is way less than the amount I want to pull. I want to pull 10 mobs in one pull and just chunk them all down with Starfall. So by only pulling 3 at a time, I'm not farming at peak efficiency, while a Paladin, Warrior, or DK can farm here at very, very high efficiency actually. Okay, so with that being said, we've talked about the farm now. I do want to show you guys exactly how I've been doing it, and you can see the actual Hyperspawn itself active in work as well. Okay, so let's check out a clip. Okay, so here you can see a clip from my stream and how I was farming this myself. Basically, you can see the Hyperspawn mechanic and how it works. So right now I'm pulling 1 and 2 mobs, and you will see that when I kill these, 2 more mobs will spawn. Either they will spawn right on top or like around somewhere in the cave itself. So the second you kill them, like pretty much the second you kill this guy, something else will spawn somewhere in the cave. And we're just gonna run this, so you can see right now, this guy, he just spawned. I just killed one, he just spawned the second we killed the other one, and we're gonna kill this one as well, and you will see once again, they just keep spawning. So what you could do here, for example, is just kill for 2 minutes, then loot. Now, did we kill this guy? That guy spawned as well. It's a really, really, really good farm, and the good thing is that if you don't, like for me, I have to take some mana breaks every now and then, but if you don't need mana breaks, you can pretty much be in combat 24/7, and it feels super, super efficient. It feels like you are basically farming 24/7 because you actually are. The mobs will spawn, they will spawn very close to you, and you can pull them ASAP and just stay in combat 24/7 and farm for crystallized shadows. The one thing I will say is that you're only farming for 1 item here. All of your gold will come from crystallized shadows. Obviously you can get some BOEs as well if you're incredibly lucky, but the only item you're getting here is crystallized shadows, plus some vendor items as well, which can add up to a little bit of extra vendor gold over time, which you will most likely be spending on the repair bill anyway. But yeah, it's a very super chill farm. You can just stand in one place. Hyperspawning mechanic means that the competition barely matters at all, and it's one of very few hyperspawning gold farms out there, and it's the first one that I found myself in Wrath of the Lich King Classic on the beta, and I'm so happy it still works in the live version. So yeah, if you want more gold farms like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video as well. Let me know in the comment section down below if you are trying it out. Let me know how it's working out for you. I'm also uploading a video to to subscribers only. So if you want even more gold farms, then subscribe to the channel and check back on the homepage. I am uploading a video for subscribers only. Once again, you can subscribe for free, so it's available to anyone, but you have to subscribe. Okay, that's pretty much it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like down below. Once again, subscribe for more Wrath of the Lich King Classic gold farming videos. I'm pumping these out like crazy, and hopefully they help you out. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Peace out, guys.